May 30th. I laid down to take a nap this evening, and I dreamt that I was in the old cabin house, and I was asleep, dead asleep. Yet I was consciously aware that I was so tired, just glued to the bed. Something inside said, I gotta get up. But when I tried to wake myself up, I found that I was so tired that I couldn't get myself to wake up and stand up. Gordon, who's now known as Joy Dave, was playing the guitar, and I wanted to go talk to him, but I couldn't get up. Finally, I forced myself to stand up, and because I felt completely out of it, no control on anything, I fell, like fainting, back on the floor. I was unconscious of the pain that I could have been feeling because I was asleep, yet my higher consciousness was witnessing all this. So I just laid there for a while, and I believe I finally made it up. June 2nd, 1976. This dream was very fluent at the time, but I can only remember parts of it. Mataji was going away to India. We were all grouped around her, and a few of us were staggering in later on. She was passing out tilaks, and when she came to me, we touched fingers. And she was sending these heavy powers, vibrations into me. Then she gave me a tilak, and I felt so high. She said, "This girl is so lovely. She will play a very important part in the future." Most of the people started to walk down the hallway of the airport, and Ma stayed behind. Then I stayed with her, and then 4 or 5 other girls stayed behind. In the dream, I was getting this masculine, sagely quality about Ma. Now, another part of the dream was someone was talking to me as we were sitting on this edge of the cliff overlooking a freshwater pool. I thought to myself, that doesn't look too far to jump in. And then I just dove in, swam underwater, and when I came up, I just missed hitting my head on the sharp rocky edge, but my hand reached up and held onto it before my head came to it. I didn't know it was there to begin with, but it all worked out in that way. Then, as we were walking through the woods, I saw this blind man walking all by himself on this path, going to the ocean. I saw very well that he could make it because he was doing extremely well on his own. But I went with him anyway to help him. When we got to the ocean, I went swimming, and a few people stayed on shore and watched me. I think one was Peter. I floated on an inner tube and rode the waves in. Finally, the last thing I remember, which was so vague, is Ma was in India. They gave her a cot to sleep on and fed her impure, unclean food. I was with her and helped the Indian girls clean things up, give Ma the best of whatever was there, and all in all, this dream was really a far-out, high experience. I felt such love and devotion towards her, Ma. June 14th, 1976. This dream was quite involved, but one part of it was I was at a school, and there was a performance of ballet and jazz going on. As I watched, soon they introduced this little girl who looked like me, and she was interpreting me and some poems I wrote. Then the scene changed, and I was walking down the street in my bra and underpants, and I felt totally natural. Then someone from the ashrama picked me up and said, you shouldn't go out like that. So, as we pulled into the driveway, I slipped on an old pink dress that was in the back seat. And as I got out, I said, well, I didn't mean to go out like that. I don't know why I did, but I didn't mean to. I feel this dream symbolizes that I'm exposing my inner life too much and not caring enough.